name is Maria Rios, and I'll be fighting October 10th, BAMMA USA at Commerce Casino. I was really excited to fight, that they offered to have me on their card, because I know it's a really good show, so I definitely wanted to get on the card. I'm originally from Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I lived there my whole life, and that's kind of where I started training. Training jiu-jitsu there, and then of course, you know, one thing led to another, and it's just part of the scene doing MMA. So in 2010 I moved to Portland, Maine, and found a phenomenal gym there, and fought with Amanda Buckner and J-Jack. Great facility out there, which you wouldn't really think, being it like in the tip of like the United States, but it was a really phenomenal place, and they got me started, and I just never looked back. And I moved back to the West Coast to be closer to my family and kind of get away from the New England winters because they're pretty brutal, but I love it here. It's been quite amazing so far. In comparison, I'm fighting opponents here as opposed to in the New England area. It's been a lot easier, it seems, because the pool is a lot larger here on the West Coast. But it is still very difficult finding opponents. There's all kinds of obstacles, of course, that you run into, but it seems like it's looking up and it's moving a lot faster out here, so I'm hoping that it moves forward in getting opponents and fights. So as soon as I got here, actually, I moved here in February, and a friend of mine that I worked with in Maine actually was from Redondo Beach. His name is Travis, and he told me about Systems Training Center, and he's like, you gotta go check out this fight team, they're phenomenal. And I didn't really know anywhere else to go, and so, you know, friends are always good with, like, you know, he had the in on it, so I trust him, and I took his word for it and came here, and I was just sold immediately. They're phenomenal here. Right. It was pretty amazing when I got here. They were very welcoming, and right away were like, you don't really need to fight amateur anymore. You should definitely make your pro debut. And, you know, Ian, my coach, you kind of have to put your trust in them, because of course for like fighters, you probably just fight anybody anywhere. And for him and everybody else to say that they thought I was ready, it just made me feel it even more. So, and the people here at this gym are extremely tough, especially the other women that fight here, and very supportive. So it was just, I felt it 100%. So the women here at this gym are extremely tough, and at the other gyms I've been to, the women were kind of scarce. There were a couple girls that were, you know, consistent and extremely tough, but not all the time. And here, these girls are just, I truly feel blessed, because not only are they very talented, but they're extremely tough girls. So it makes my life miserable in the gym, but it benefits me greatly. So every time that like they're here, it's always like a good motivation. My first pro fight was quite the experience. It was phenomenal for many reasons, because my family decided to come up from New Mexico and surprise me, which was, I mean, they've never seen me fight before, never, because of how far away I was. So for them to be there for the first pro fight was just a huge deal to me, and they're very supportive. So I wanted to win so badly. I was going to fight till I felt like there was no way in my mind that I was like going to lose, because they were there. It was like I couldn't do it, but that was just a great feeling to have them there. And of course I was nervous. I think probably if you're not, you're pretty amazing, but I did feel very confident, so that was good. And that was because of the intense training camp that I had gone through, and just a lot of like mental, you know, practice that I have been doing every day, you know. So overall it was quite a good experience. Of course, my family, like every time I've ever fought, they they've made me t-shirts, and they wear the t-shirts and take pictures of themselves and send it to me because they want to know. I mean, even, you know, before they couldn't watch because it wasn't on TV, any of my amateur fights, but they definitely, the night of the fight, you know, everybody wore the t-shirts and showed their support. And if they're able to, or if it is, you know, live, they're going to be so excited because I have a huge family and not everybody could come. So if that happens again and only half of them can come, then I'll know, it'll just make me even more happy to know that they can watch me either way, from at home or if they come. The first one for me was kind of like getting through the initial jitters of like being in there and like, you know, just working through that. And once I felt that go away, I felt like I had more control of what was going on. And I just wanted to get her to the ground because I knew she was a really good striker. I was surprised that she clinched with me as much as she did because it's a lot easier for me since we're already so, you know, close together to do the takedown. So, but she was, you know, she was tough, and I knew she wasn't going to go down easy. So I have practiced a lot on that, and actually keeping my distance and working really with a lot of the good strikers at the gym. So when she clinched up with me, I was a little bit relieved that, you know, she did, because then it kind of, once the first initial jitters went through my system, I felt like I capitalized pretty well. I don't know too much about Ashley. I mean, I've watched her fights, and I know she comes from Team Quest, which they're probably going to have good jiu-jitsu and probably decent wrestling. Her fights, she looks like she has, you know, good hands. She's not like somebody that I'm gonna, you know, like her striking isn't gonna be awful. So I definitely am gonna be safe on the feet, but also on the ground. I've been doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling a lot longer than my striking, so that's my strong point as well. So I'm confident if it goes there. And I've been working a lot with Coach James here at Systems Training Center on my striking, so it's come a long, long ways. I'm not naturally like very big, so my prior fights that were at like, I had one amateur bout at 130 and then a couple at 125. It was kind of just like really getting used to cutting weight, but this one, you know, most girls that are cutting to 115 are walking around at the same weight I am, so it was just only a matter of time before I, you know, got it down and made the leap to 115. I think the fact that now that they have a 115 weight class in the UFC makes it even more of a big deal for me to fight at that weight comfortably and be strong, you know, so obviously the goal is, that's the big picture, you know, the UFC. So if I can get it down here, then that leap won't be very far off for me. So fighting in the UFC is obviously the big goal. I just need to get some more, I feel like some more experience under my belt before I attempt to, you know, make that leap. But I feel like the girls, yeah, some of them have been around for a while and some of them are really fresh. They don't have like all of the fight numbers that maybe, you know, some of the other girls do on the UFC, Ultimate Fighter or whatever. So that's kind of like even more of a confidence boost that it's possible, definitely possible, because I mean, some of these girls, their records aren't like huge. So it's like, oh, okay, there's a door opening for women that have, you know, not that much experience per se, you know. So it's kind of exciting. It's like almost so close you could touch it. So I'm excited to get more fights and get on my way. Actually, everybody who's fought for BAMMA here at Systems loves the show and definitely wanted me to be on it. They were excited that when we were all on, you know, on this card together, and just that they take care of the fighters, and it's pretty awesome. And I went and I've seen BAMMA. I've been to one of the shows there at the casino before, and it was just, I mean, everything was put on very well, and it was really exciting, and definitely glad that I'm getting to fight for them. It's really exciting because I feel like the more people that see me, then the more exposure I get, and I definitely need that, being that like not really anybody knows me around here, and I don't have that many sponsors, so I really want to like get out there. And this last show there was so many people there that it's really exciting. And once the door closes and you're in there, everything kind of disappears anyway, so that doesn't really bother me. I'm just excited that I'm hoping that it's a packed house. The fans can expect from me on fight night to go all out. Every time I ever fought, I take from that fight anything I need to work on and I make it happen in the next one. So girls usually steal the show because not only are they skilled, but they're willing to throw and willing to put it all out there every time. So I definitely am just gonna give it everything, put it all out there and go for it. I have Facebook fan page, Maria Rios. Like me on Facebook, and Instagram, Maria Rios 9047. And so give me a shout out, like me. I'd like to give a shout out to my team here at Systems Training Center here in Hawthorne. They've been phenomenal, and my entire family, and couldn't do it without you guys. Special thanks to Coach James for helping me tremendously, and Coach Ian. Hey guys, it's Maria Rios. Please come and watch me fight October 10th, Commerce Casino. We're going to be putting on a great show there, so hope to see you guys there.